guys! So in today's video I will be doing a makeup tutorial for you on this look right here. It's inspired by this photo right here. My sister Shaylin sent it to me as some like fall makeup inspiration, and I just love the berry liner and the berry lips. I mean, I'm all about the bold lips, especially now that we're in like fall area, even though it's Texas and we don't really experience fall here. It's just kind of like hot, and then in the winter it snows for like a week. Whatever. So I was really inspired by this photo. I mean, I basically recreated it. It's like a soft kind of cut crease with a berry liner paired up with berry lips. Nice kind of like glowing skin. I really, really dig it. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Okay. So as always, I did my eyebrows before starting to film because they take me like 8 bajillion years, but I'll list the tutorial for that down below, of course. And I did one eyeball already, so we're gonna attempt to do the same thing on the other side. So first I'm going to start off with priming my eyeballs. I'm going to use the LAGirl Pro Concealer in Natural. Just blend that out with my finger. And then to set the shadow, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild single in Creme Brulee and this just like eyeshadow brush by Soho. And I want to focus the powder mainly in my crease up to my brow bone because we're going to go over the lid with the concealer in a little bit. Okay, so I'm first going to take this big fluffy blending brush by Soho. It's my dual-ended little eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to start off with this shade right here called Creme Brulee by Makeupgeek. And I'm going to focus that, of course, from inner to outer corner in the crease, blending upwards. And you want to make sure to get it from inner to outer corner. If you get some of the color on the lid, it's okay, because we're going to carve out our cut crease with concealer. One of the benefits of doing your eyeshadow first is that if you want to make sure to get like a full, like even distribution of the color, you can bring it past the eye and then we can clean that up with like a makeup remover wipe before we do our foundation. You have to be a little bit more precise when you are doing your foundation first and then eye makeup second, because or else you'll get it like all over the place. Now I'm going to take the flip side of this brush and then I'm going to use this Morphe shadow right here, and I believe it's called Deep Skin Tone, but I will list that down below. And I'm going to focus that in the crease, and don't bring it up too high, but same thing from inner to outer corner. Don't forget to go back in with your previous blending brush and just go over what you did to make sure that it's all blended out. I apologize in advance if Barney barks. You just can't be tamed. Isn't that a Miley Cyrus song? I don't know. Now what I'm going to do is carve out the crease. I'm going to use the same LAGirl Pro Concealer. And, oh my gosh, I'm like almost out of this. How sad. And what I'm going to do is just sweep that on the lid and ever so precisely, in theory, we are going to like carve out the crease. You really want to take your time at this part. Now to kind of blend that in a little bit, I'm going to use this, I have no idea brush, and just kind of slowly pat that into the skin. Because we are going to be putting a shadow over top, so we want to make sure it's blended a teensy bit. And if your line isn't like super precise, don't worry, we can fix it. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take this other Morphe shadow. It's kind of like a really shimmery, almost yellowy champagne situation. And I'm going to take just like a concealer brush, and you can wet the brush like with Fix Plus or not. It really doesn't matter. It depends on how like intense you want the color. I'm not. I'm going to keep my lid a little on the softer side. And we're just going to slowly pat and build up that color over the concealer that we just laid down. And you want to bring that all the way up to where the two like colors meet. And you want to make sure to get it all over the lid. Then what I'm going to do is take this super tiny like precision brush. I have no idea where I acquired this brush from, but it comes in handy when it comes to like adding super precise color or like cleaning up like winged liner or anything like that. I think it came in a like drugstore kind of like eye palette of sorts. Like, you know, those like kind of crappy brushes that come in eye palettes from the drugstore. I think that's where it came from, and I don't think I have that palette anymore, but I kept the brush just because having a super like precision brush like this comes in great handy. So I'm going to take this shade right here. It's kind of like a cool toned like brownish taupey almost purpley color. It's another Morphe shadow. Of course, I'll list it down below. And I'm going to pick that up on this little precision brush. And what I'm going to do is start to add that color right at the base of where my crease is. And then kind of flick it like upwards just to blend it out a little bit. We'll go in with another brush to blend it out, but we just want to lay the color down with this little precision guy. You can also use like an angled brush that you would use for like eyeliner or like what you use for your eyebrows. Whatever you got. It looks so bizarre. The fact that I have like lashes on this side and no lashes on this side. My eyes look really lopsided. Now I'm going to mix the two shades, that second brown color as well as this like taupey purple color. Now what I'm going to do is take that second brush that we used and just start to slowly and lightly blend that color out. And of course go in with that bigger brush and blend that out as well. Now I got a little fallout of that darker shade on my lid, so I'm just going to go back in with the lid color and just touch it up. Now I'm going to take this clean Sigma E35 blending brush and just go over the edges just to make sure that it fades into just like my skin. Alright, now I'm quickly going to tightline and line my waterline before I do the like purpley winged liner. So if you watched my purple liner video where I used like a neon pastel purple liquid lipstick to line my eyes, then this will be familiar to you. Today I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lip in Heathers for my winged liner. So I'm going to take my favorite liner brush, which is the Mikasa E100. I have a coupon code down below for these brushes if you are interested. So I'm just going to pick up the product on my brush. And let's have a moment of silence. Now I first like to line my lid like kind of as thin as I can go. That way if things get a little hairy during the wing, it's not like taking over, you know what I mean? So I'm just picking up the product straight from the wand onto my brush. Now the wing part. Then what I'm going to do is wipe off the brush on just like a makeup wipe or a towel or whatever. And then I'm going to pick up this color right here, which is like Morphe's version of Makeupgeek's Bitten. It's kind of like a purpley, maroony, reddy color. And I'm going to pick that up on the same brush, and I'm just going to go over the liner to kind of like set it and darken it up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to coat my lashes and apply some falsies. Okay, so for the face, I'm going to prime using my e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. Since it's starting to get like kind of fall and wintry here, it's getting really dry, and my cheeks, like basically like anywhere from like here down, is very dry skin. And it's only gonna get worse. So for my foundation today, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. This is in the shade 207 Sand Beige, which is normally like a pinch too dark for me, but I just self-tanned last night, so I think it'll work out fine. I'm just gonna pick that up, start in the center of my face, and then work my way out. When using a brush, I generally like to go in like downward strokes as well as buffing motions. Now I'm going to go into my damp beauty blender and just pounce over everything to make sure that it's all blended into the skin before we move on to concealer. For concealer today, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer in medium. I'm going to use the same beauty blender and just tap that in. Now whatever's left on the beauty blender, I just kind of place in the other parts of my face that I would normally put the concealer. I'm trying to tone down the amount of concealer that I put on my face. I'm just testing it out, Now to set the under eyes and brighten, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Light, and I'm going to mix these two colors right here. This is more of like a cream shade, and this is like the banana shade. So I believe this shade's called Vanilla. Vanilla and Banana. And I'm going to use my favorite under eye setting brush, which is the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. So remember, when setting the under eye concealer, you just want to pat, not swipe. Because we don't want to disrupt or move the concealer underneath our eyes. Now to move on to the rest of the face, I'm going to take the same contour kit, and I'm going to use this color Java right here to warm up my face, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush for that. I feel like my face looks a little lighter than my body. That's what bronzer is for. Now for some contouring, I'm going to use my Sephora angled blush brush, and I'm going to use this center color right here, which is Fawn. It's more of like a cool toned contour color. Now for blush, I'm going to take this like no name Rite Aid brush and this Jordana blush in Rose Silk. It's kind of like a cool toned pink shade. And I'm going to focus that more on the apples of the cheeks. So to clean up my contour, I'm going to take my NYC Loose Translucent Powder. Translucent. And I'm going to take a beauty blender. And I'm going to leave that on for just a minute. Now while that's hanging out, I'm going to highlight using my Wet n Wild Color Icon highlighter in Reserve Your Cabana. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush. Now to wipe away the bake, I'm going to use my e.l.f. powder brush and then my L'Oreal Fit Me powder in N3. Now before we move on to the lips, I'm just going to set my face using my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. So for the berry lips, I'm first going to line my lips using this Prestige lip liner in the color Wine. Now for an extra punch of berry color, I'm going to use the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Copenhagen. And that completes this makeup tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around noonish Texas time, so you don't want to miss out. If you recreate this look, then please tag me on Twitter or Instagram. I would love to see your work. I will leave those links in the description box below, along with everything I used and mentioned. Of course, that's always in the description box for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you beauties on my next video. Bye. Oh, can you hear my washing machine? Sings me a little ditty when it's done. This is the wrong side of the lash. How stupid am I? Oh, Stephanie. Let's just try to do this one thing. We can do it, Steph. We can do it. Hockey money. I said bye. I said bye.